Larry Fryer. What do you think about Kell Brook's comeback?
You know what? Fair dues to him. You know, I mean, like, he had 2 real bad injuries, back-to-back fights. You know, it takes a lot of heart to come back from something like that. You know, like, he took a big chance. He was the world champion. He didn't have to fight Spence, you know, but he wanted to prove something. He wanted to prove that he was good enough. And you know what? I think he was. You know, if that injury hadn't happened, that fight could have went either way. It could have went to Brook on a hometown decision. You know, it was a very close fight. Once the eye injury happened, he kind of closed up and Spence took over. And I've just heard in a couple of interviews how Spence says that he would fight Brook in a rematch, and Brook says no problem. You know, up at 154.
He told Brooks if he gets a title, he'll fight him at 154.
Yeah.
Do you think Brook has an advantage over Spence at the heavier weight?
You know, Brook was a big welterweight. He was a big 147, you know, and he did have to, especially after coming back from the Golovkin fight where he put on the extra muscle mass and he wasn't watching his weight, to have to struggle at 147, you know, it took a lot out of him. And I think that you could see in the later rounds in that fight, he was starting to gas a bit, which showed what happens after losing so much weight, you know. His body just kind of started to shut down a bit, and along with the injury, you know, Spence was just too powerful for him at the end, like.
How do you think Brook does that at 154? That's a stacked division. You have a Charlo brother there. You have Jared Hurd, Lara. Sadam Ali has a belt there.
I fancy Brook to take Ali's belt if that's the route they're going to go down. Now, I know Ali's supposed to fight Smith. Liam Smith. If that happens and Brook were to get the winner of that, Brook could be a champion at 154, and then it'd be interesting to see would he risk his belt against one of the other champions, you know. But I think he's going to do okay at that weight. You know, he is a good boxer. You know, there's no doubt about it. He has ability, he has talent. Why not go for a 154 title and then have a few defences of it and then go for one of the other champions for a big payday? You know, it makes sense.
How do you think he does against Charlo or Hurd? These guys, when you see them, they look like light heavyweights. They're really big for 150. Have you ever seen them in person?
I've never seen them in person. I've seen them in fights. And, you know, Charlo, I don't know how he's still making 154. You know, it's bound to be killing him. You know, I think it's only a matter of time before he goes up to 160. You know, but then his brother's there, so you know, maybe that's something they have worked out between them. You know, they don't want to be at the same weight, but them guys at 154, you have to realise in boxing, it's all about draining yourself to the weight you can make. You know, them boys are killing themselves to get 154. You know, they're natural 160, 165s, but Brook, he's not killing himself to get the 154. I reckon Brook's making 154 quite easy. You know, and it'll show in the ring when he stands in against these boys when they're fully rehydrated. You know, they will be what Brook was to the welterweights, you know, a monster.
Yeah.
So, it'll be interesting to see, but I think if Eddie Hearn will manage Brook right, you know, Smith fights Ali, and I think that's the route that Brook's going to go to get the world title. It's the easiest route for him to get the world title. And then once he gets it, he can do what he done when he won the welterweight title. You know, he can take some easy defences and then give it a go against one of the other champions. You know, so I look, fair dues to Brook. I think you know, the eyes hopefully don't give him any bother from here on out, and he could give the 154 division a decent run.